FanDuel Sports Network, the home of the Marlins and Heat.
A news-making NBA Monday night in Miami. The league's highest-scoring team welcomes back their top scorer from last season and sits out their top scorer from this season. Miami Heat basketball on FanDuel Sports Network, proudly presented by Carnival Cruise Line. Tonight, the 11-6 Heat take on the Dallas Mavericks, and we always hope you enjoy every bounce and basket right along with us. Well, you know it by now. He sat out the first 17 games this season, but tonight, the return of Tyler Hero, who begins his 7th season in Miami. Mid-September ankle surgery sidelined him after he averaged 24 points a game a year ago in his first All-Star season. He rejoins, to everyone's surprise, the highest-scoring team in the NBA. Hey, it's great to be back at home and to have you with us. Going to be alongside the point guard, John Crotty. A lot of good things there. I'm Eric Reed. The Heat return home to play the next 4 games. They have won 4 straight and 7 of 8 here at home. Tonight they won't have their top scorer from this year, Norman Powell. He's out with a groin strain, and as fate would have it, John, Eric Spoelstra gets to replace one high-volume scorer with another.
And an all-star a year ago, Tyler Hero. Let's talk about what he brings to the table. First, he's a 3-level scorer. Being able to attack the rim, something he really worked on in the last year or two. Getting to that mid-range area where he may be at his best, and then outside the arc, stretching the floor, catch and shooter off the dribble. He's also a gifted passer, making lobs, driving and kicking, and finding his teammates as well to make the guys around him better when he's double teamed. And last year, I thought he really picked up in this area, drawing fouls, ball faking, leaning in, getting himself to the free throw line.
Hero played in 77 games last year, career high 24 points per game, and he should thrive like everyone else in this new up-tempo offense. And it's amazing, to be honest, that Miami has averaged a league-leading 125 points a game without him. Now, while it may take some time for Tyler to get back in sync, he's happy to be back, and the Heat even happier to have him back. Let's talk about the Dallas Mavericks, a franchise maybe forever reeling for that controversial trade of Luka Doncic to the Lakers a year ago. And this year they're off to a rough start record-wise, and they're playing without their best 2 players. The injuries to Kyrie Irving and Anthony Davis derailing their season. Toyota Trent takes a look at a team that ranks 28th in scoring, 29th in three-point percentage. They parted ways with their general manager, Nico Harrison. Davis played the first 5 games and not since, with a calf injury. Irving has not played yet, coming back from a torn ACL, so not the best way, John, for the NBA's top draft pick, Cooper Flagg, to begin his career.
Yeah, the rookie Cooper Flagg, huge expectations for him, and he's been pretty darn good so far. Season high 29 points on Friday against the Pelicans, leading all rookies in clutch points at the end of the game, 2nd in points, number 3 in boards, 2 in steals. At 6'9", very talented as a playmaker, handling the basketball. Also has that jump shot out to mid-range, incredibly athletic. The future is bright ahead for Cooper Flagg.
He spent just 1 year at Duke. The 18-year-old from Newport, Maine, was the consensus college player of the year last season as a freshman. Tonight he'll start his 18th straight game with a struggling Dallas Mavericks. It's a Miami-Dallas Monday night reunion. You'll enjoy it with us next here on FanDuel Sports Network. Tyler Hero, kaboom. That man can put the biscuit in the basket. 2 on the shot clock. Oh my, how did he do that? Oh, turnaround magic. Hero again! Yes! 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 Tyler Hero with 10 triples. With 5 on the shot clock, here comes a 3. Kaboom! Cold-blooded Tyler Hero.
number 14, Tyler Hero. Number 9, Bella Larson. Number 45, Davion Mitchell. Number 7, Hillel Ware. And number 13, Bam Adebayo.
Ball is being brought to you on FanDuel Sports Network by Doral Kia. Drive for less. Drive Doral. By HealthSun. And by Vicky Bakery, your favorite bakery since 1972.
Your Miami Heat return to the Kaseya Center, riding a season-high 4-game win streak. Their 11-6 record, top 5 in Eastern Conference standing. Everybody has been contributing to this early success, but one player who's taking it to another level over the last couple weeks, Hillel Ware. He's coming off back-to-back 20-point nights. Eric Spoelstra believes there's more where that came from.
Just gives us so much confidence. I mean, how fun was that to see Khalil in that second quarter, rebounding everything offensively, putting them back, and just playing with so much more force, you know, than he was a year ago at this time. He's gaining confidence. I want to be open-minded to wherever it can go. I don't want to put a ceiling, you know, on him.
The numbers over Ware's last 7 games, well, it says it all. Spo mentioned the rebounding. Ware is averaging 14.7 rebounds per game, 5 offensive rebounds per game. Ware said he's been focusing more on being aggressive. The result of that, he's collected double-double in 6 of his last 7 games. In 8 of 9 he has started. He's getting the nod again here tonight as we take a look at tonight's starting lineups for the Mavericks. They'll have to do it without Anthony Davis, who was downgraded to out before the game. For your Miami Heat, great to see Tyler Hero back and healthy. He'll be making his first start of the season, coming off of that ankle surgery back in September. The Miami Heat, they're looking to make it 5 straight. They'll do it against a Mavericks team who's really struggling. Eric and John, back to you.
Thank you very much, Kelly. There's Tyler Hero. He's jumped through a lot of hoops to get back into the lineup, the 7th different starting lineup this year as we hit game number 18. Our officiating crew, Carl Lane, Dedrick Taylor, a native of Miami, and Sue Yashmeda. Heat in their road red, and Heat Nation, off we go on another Miami Heat NBA adventure. Heat with a 4 straight wins and a 7-1 record at home. They want more. Bam on the spinning hook. Khalil, the tip miss, gets it back, and the loose ball goes out of bounds off of Miami. I thought Christie last touched it.
I did too.
Carl Lane says Mavericks ball.
Solid effort by Khalil Ware on that offensive glass to keep that ball in play.
This is Brandon Williams, 5th-year guard out of Arizona. He's taken the helm at point guard due to the offseason surgery, actually the March knee surgery for Kyrie Irving last season. This is P.J. Washington driving in, blocked by Bam. Gafford has a loose ball. Got it up over Ware, the offensive rebound of Washington. That rolls off. And finally, the possession ends with a Mitchell rebound. Cross court for Hero, his first touch of his 7th season. John, what kind of ramp-up time do you think it'll take Tyler to get back in sync?
I think it'd take him 2 weeks to really get back in the rhythm, but you know he's been working out up until this point. But the speed and the contact, you know, is just hard to simulate when you're practicing, even with your own guys.
You believe that? Davion Mitchell just taking it away from the top rookie in last June's draft, Cooper Flag. Here's Tyler to the paint. Hero, 14-footer. And Miami has missed on their first 4 shots to open this game. P.J. Washington. A bunch of misses. The Mavericks have missed their first 4 shots. Bam against Gafford, gets deep, and Gafford almost pulled him into the seats. That'll be Daniel Gafford's first foul.
Gafford is one of those unique mixes, guy with size, but also pretty quick in terms of moving his feet. But Bam took him off the dribble here at 6'10", 265 pounds. He will bang and be physical on the interior, Daniel Gafford, but Bam really keeps you guessing as a big because he's really developed that ability to shoot with range and also take his opponent off the dribble.
He did not shoot their free throws well in Philadelphia the other night. They don't want a repeat of that. Right, he took 30 free throws, 11 more than Philadelphia, but failed to capitalize. Meanwhile, John, Dallas, an interesting team defensively. 5-13 is their record. 2 missed free throws for them. But John, they have given some people problems defensively. They're very tough guarding the 3.
Look, they're missing their 2 best offensive players, and Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving due to injuries, but they can defend, to your point. That's what really made them move to the Western Conference Final a year and a half or so ago.
Here's Larson operating on flag, powering it up and missing, and Miami 0 for 5. So we've had these 2 teams miss all 9 shots. They get 10 straight misses to open the game. Brandon Williams on that. Hero lobbing, Kalel dislodged and foul.
Good lob over the top. Tyler, a little short on that one for Kalel Ware. Not used to throwing those lobs for the big fella. On the move, though, this is what we talked about in the open. He's a gifted passer, Tyler, not just a scorer, and really looked to lay that one out just a little short on the lob. Kalel had to kind of lean down to get it, and that's why you see that smile right there on Tyler's face.
Max Christie with the foul. Kalel Ware, John, the emergence of this second-year big man. He's only 21 years old, and how about the last 2 games for him? The wins at Chicago and Philadelphia, he goes for 40 points and 30 rebounds in that 2-game road sweep.
Really impressive. It just, right before our eyes, he seems to be learning and understanding, I got to play harder, and I can do it, and I can sustain that intensity over time, and it's leading to major production for him.
John, early in this game, Davion Mitchell matched up against the 6'8" Cooper Flag. He's crowding. The 3 made by Brandon Williams. That's only his 10th triple this year. He's only a 19% three-point shooter this season. But that tray gives Dallas a 1-point lead. He did not trail in their Sunday afternoon yesterday win against Philly. Bam on the duck in. Oh, that would have counted had it gone. P.J. Washington will pick up his first and the 3rd team foul already on Dallas.
Great head and shoulders and ball fake by Bam to get P.J. Washington up off the ground. Again, as a defender, you put yourself in a really vulnerable position. Anytime you leave the floor, it's a huge advantage for the offensive player to lean in and draw fouls, and that's exactly what Bam does.
2 former Kentucky Wildcats tangling up on the Heat offensive end. Well, Heat free throw miseries continue, and we do too, with a word from Hyundai.
Sick car, man.
Can I charge my phone? Can I get the Wi-Fi, please?
Let's put it in sport mode.
Loaded with features for everyone. How it should be. The Hyundai Elantra.
Bam, an 85% free thrower this year, missing 3 of his first 4 at the stripe tonight. We are even at 3. Brandon Williams to the paint. Had to pitch it out for a flag 3. Way off, and a rebound defensively to Hero. Norman Powell out tonight with a groin strain. Larson baseline. Oh, the lob and the stuff for Kalel Ware.
Oh, they're waving it off. He's saying it was on the cylinder when he caught it. Coach Spo can't believe it. Nor can the players. They want to see a review here. The lob was up high, and Kalel went up and to grab it. And this is so far above the rim, it's hard to tell if it was above the cylinder or not. It looks like it was past.
Oh, the collision. Larson called for the block. So the early whistle has not favored Miami as Larson commits his first foul. That's very interesting. Ware going up high. Let's get another look at it from this end.
Great attack and idea by Pelle Larsson. Oh my, clearly outside the cylinder there and up high too. I mean, just really tough call there against the Heat and taking away 2 points.
Well, Mavericks come in with the 13th best record in the 15-team Western Conference. They're better than only 2-15 New Orleans and 4-13 Sacramento. They've dropped 3 of their last 4 games. Jason Kidd, a man who's probably inherited a little bit more responsibility with the firing of general manager Nico Harrison. Kidd, now in his 4th season as the Mavs head coach, 9th overall season as a head coach. Was with the Nets for a year, coached the Bucks for 4 seasons. Of course, one of the great point guards in NBA history, number 2 all time in assists and steals.
A really talented player. Had a chance to play against him. I will say early this year, it's been strange. He's been playing Cooper Flagg a bit at the point guard position, which to me is really not putting him in the best place to succeed. He's gotten off to a choppy start. He seems to be getting in better rhythm now as they've been sort of sharing those duties of ball handling, kind of getting him off the ball more where he can just be himself.
Christie with 7 on the shot clock against Mitchell, who's a pest on defense, creates the turnover. Davion, nice pitch, a laser beam for Hero. There's a shot, missed it. Rebound taken by P.J. Washington. Boy, it's been an awful start to the Heat offensively. They've missed their first 7 shots to open the game. Mavericks ahead 5-3. A lid on the basket for the league's highest scoring team in the early moments. Washington gets fouled. That came with 6 seconds on the shot clock. It's going to go on Pelle Larsson. I believe maybe Mitchell. No, it is Mitchell. Davion picks up his first foul. Second team foul on Miami in this opening quarter. Gafford defended by Ware. Now it's Larsson on Cooper Flagg, battling over the screen. Look at Larsson hustle back into position. Flagg able to score.
He's really good at putting the ball down on the floor and making plays, really mostly to score the basketball. I think that's why Jason Kidd started him early in this year as a ball handling point guard, but he was never played that position before.
Oh, Davion was off balance, but right on target for his first score, and the Heat's first field goal coming on their 8th attempt of the game.
Good hard take there by Davion, kind of falling backwards and getting that one to go.
He's been an amazingly good finisher this year. Oh, that's a nice pass. Gafford couldn't get it because Bam blocked it.
That number's here, 5 on 4.
Bam hoists up a 3. Yikes. The shooting is suffering here in the Heat's house so far tonight, missing 8 of their first 9 shots from the field.
Why is one of the best defenders in the association. He's been so good, smothering smaller opponents, guarding them out front, and also guarding big guys inside and being able to make plays. He can cover multiple positions. He takes up a lot of space, always eager to help his teammates, and that leads to scores on the other end with his ability to make plays defensively and help translate it into fast break situations.
Bam Adebayo, 2 blocks already tonight, 2 blocks shy of 500 for his NBA career. It's been a choppy, uneven start for Miami on the offensive end, going 1 for their first 9. The Mavericks not much better at 2 for 9. Eric Spoelstra, after the timeout, made 1 change. Bam out, Jaime Jaquez Jr. checks in. And the Heat, John, showing a little full court pressure defense to try to sort of uptick and start their clock.
Yeah, get themselves into the mix too.
Larsson with a takeaway, the overplay and the steal, and the score.
That'll get you going right there. Excellent denial, getting in that passing lane as Pelle Larsson picks and a 6 right there, being able to get out and lay it in for Miami. It's good pressure on the ball here defensively. Davion Mitchell sets the tone, and then the denial and the steal and finish out ahead of everyone is Pelle Larsson, and that kind of defense has really continued to be a reason why he's in that starting lineup. He's been so consistent with his play since he's been there.
He sits down, Larsson does, because he just picked up his 2nd foul. He'd already have 4 steals and 2 block shots. Make it 5 steals on the Jaquez takeaway. Hero on the catch up. Sets up Mitchell for 3. And nothing but blue shirts around the rebound. That was Moussa Cisse, the rebounder, the rookie, the 6'11 center from Memphis. This is Najee Marshall, the former New Orleans Pelican. 5:45 left in the first. The jump shot short, the defensive rebound to Jaquez, the miss from Brandon Williams. Mitchell, lobbing, Kalel crushing. Now that dunk will count his 31st dunk of the season. He had 6 dunks in the road win at Chicago a couple nights ago.
High percentage play and 2 more points in the paint for Miami. Love the lob decision there by Davion. Set up that big man.
2-point Heat lead. Kalel Ware with the block. Hero, pull up 3. And the long rebound taken by Christie. Well, Miami hasn't made a 3 yet. Another steal. Hero took it away, but he'll be whistled for the foul.
Davion Mitchell getting right in the gap and getting the big man to guard him, and that gets Kalel Ware open for the catch and crush.
6 unanswered points for the Heat as Kalel Ware from the overhead view. John's become one of the premier dunkers in the NBA. His 31 dunks ranks him 10th in the league as a dunker. Ware is also 9th in the league in rebounds and number 11 with over 3 offensive rebounds a game. Flag spinning on Jaquez. He with a 2-point lead. 6 on the shot clock. This is Klay Thompson, the former Golden State Warriors sharpshooter, and that he can still do in his 15th NBA season. One of the great 3-point shooters in the history of the game.
Yeah, he's really so accomplished. He's been streaky this season, had 6 threes out of 12 attempts in the last game, but shooting just 32% from there this year.
Oh, nasty crossover, setting up the jump shot for Davion Mitchell. 1-point Heat lead. Mitchell with 4 early points. Fontecchio in for the first time. That's Thompson again. And that air ball is off the leg of Cooper Flag. Heat ball. Keyshawn Johnson going to come in. Tyler Hero will get an early break. Hero playing the first 8 minutes of his first game of the season. Hero went 0 for 3, did have 4 rebounds, did not score. Heat fans know they'll have to be a little patient with their best scorer from last year. It's not easy to jump on a moving train. Fontecchio, short, rebound knocked out of bounds by the Mavericks. That was Moussa Cisse, the 30-year-old rookie from Memphis, who had a very interesting path to get here. He played on a number of different high schools, including a team that featured in Newark, New Jersey, Precious Achiuwa, and several other key big-name players. Here's Ware. Kaboom! Kalel kabooming for the 17th time this year to give the Heat a 4-point lead. Ware has 7 first-quarter points.
Makes him hard to guard. A couple lob dunks, pressuring the rim, and then stepping outside with range.
The veteran D'Angelo Russell misses the jump shot. Ware down with a rebound. Ball swings. Fontecchio misses. Keyshawn Johnson with the offensive boot. Fontecchio, good defense by Marshall. Nice pass, and a key shot, and the foul. The ball slipped out of his hands right into the old bucket.
Boy, after the contact, that's great composure and concentration. Big smile on his face. Fontecchio going baseline and seeing Keyshawn cutting into the middle, and right there on the contact, the ball becomes dislodged and still goes in with some spin on it off the backboard. Very fortunate, but couldn't happen to a better, hard-working young man right there than Keyshawn Johnson.
Cisse with a foul. Keyshawn Johnson missing the free throw. He gets the rebound back. He'd have already missed 4 foul shots tonight. Jaquez, jump hook, yes. Oh, that man loves the paint. That paint, I don't care what the color of the paint is, it's a green light for Jaquez, one of the top scorers in the paint in the NBA this year. Matter of fact, he's got the 6th most paint points in basketball.
He's so...
Just days away from Thanksgiving. We're in the holiday spirit. We hope you are too. Time for you to heat up your holidays with a 2-for-1 ticket offer. You can purchase 2 tickets for the price of just 1. Valid for select games. Scan the QR code right now. Lock in on another great Heat deal. Norman Powell, Heater 1 and 2 in the 3 games he's missed this year. MRI showed a mild strain of the left groin. He's day-to-day, so is Jovic and Wiggins. Play back in. Jump hook made by P.J. Washington. First score for a man averaging 15 points a game, and a welcome score for a Dallas team that had made just 3 of their first 14 shots. They have struggled all year offensively. 28th in the league in scoring at under 110 points per game. Only 3 teams this year under 110 points a game. Fontecchio sends it out. Kalel. It comes down to Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson, 15-year pro. Here, went for the deflection. He's going to pick up the foul.
You know what, though? I like the activity. In the past, he would sit back, and he's working hard, contesting there. That's one he should give a little bit more room because he's already done his job and forced Gafford so far away from the basket. No reason to pick up a foul there, but at the same time, it's early in the game. He's showing great activity, but putting Gafford on the line is not ideal.
Daniel Gafford, 6'10", out of Arkansas. Guy who can block shots. He's got 12 blocks over the last 6 games. A pretty good rebounder and a high percentage shooter. He's been over 70% from the field 3 years in a row. This year he's down to 63%. As Ware comes out, Bam comes back in.
I really like how Coach Spo has been able to substitute both Ware and Bam too. They start together, and then throughout the course of the game, Coach Spo will make sure at least one of them is on the floor at all times with a high probability that they'll finish together as well.
4-point Miami lead. Fontecchio hits the gas pedal. Drew Smith through his hands. Klay Thompson, can he win the foot race? He does. Not bad wheels for a guy that has been through a lot. A torn ACL and a torn Achilles tendon that took away 2 seasons of his NBA career. Great guards ever when he teamed with Steph Curry for 4 championships in that Golden State backcourt. Here's Jaquez. Johnny's just painting up a storm down there.
Yeah, that's an 8-footer, and he is really getting into that area by that dotted line. He uses his pivot foot well to great angles to shoot.
Oh, D'Angelo Russell tried to lob it. Bam forces the turnover. You know, it's no coincidence in the 3 games since Bam came back, the Heat defense and rebounding has been markedly better.
Now this is Jaquez, and this is what he's done so well. Leads the team in drives, gets in that paint consistently to score and to pass.
Already 6 Dallas turnovers here in the first quarter. Miami's been a disruptive defensive group. Keyshot tangled up with Klay Thompson. He brought the ball down low, and we're going to get a jump ball. There's Klay Thompson, and where he ranks among the all-time three-point shooting greats. 5th on the all-time list. Jump ball controlled by Keyshot. Just 4 on the shot clock for the Heat. Got to go with it, Jaime. Fires up a forced 3 and missed it. Shot clock violation on Miami. Here's D'Angelo Russell. 11th year pro, former 2nd pick in his draft out of Ohio State. Keyshot in a crowd with a defensive rebound. He with a 4-point lead. Minute and change left here in the first quarter. Oh, Fontecchio losing it to Najee Marshall. Russell on the finishing end. It won't count. I think they called an illegal screen on Najee Marshall.
That's exactly right. He's holding Johnson, Keyshot Johnson, right here, grabbing his arm to prevent him from getting to D'Angelo Russell, which is crazy because Russell's so far out in front. Not a good decision there. Takes away 2 easy points for Dallas.
Home crowd trying to ignite their team. Keyshot. And the rebound protected by the guys in blue. He just 1 for 9 from 3-point land here in the first quarter. Inside, it's P.J. Washington. Outside, that's Russell. Coming baseline. Got in deep but missed it. Good coverage by Fontecchio. Drew Smith. Flipping up the hook. Bam missing on the tip. Back it comes to Smith. Oh, my goodness. What a struggle for both teams offensively in this first quarter. Heat at 31%, the Mavericks at 28% shooting. And we've had 12 combined turnovers. Not a pretty first quarter picture here in Miami, and it ends with a P.J. Washington triple. A 1-point lead after one quarter for the Heat. A sluggish start for both clubs here at Kaseya Center. Kel'el Ware, a 7.4 rebound first quarter, but a slow start for the Heat, making just one of their 9 first quarter threes. Beautiful Monday night in Miami, and Miami Heat basketball brought to you by Carnival Cruise Line. Now, good news and bad news for the Heat. Their lowest scoring first quarter of the season. They are the highest scoring first quarter team in the league. The good news, the 19 points by Dallas, the lowest first quarter for a Heat opponent this year. John, the Heat, besides leading the league in scoring, top first quarter scoring team in the league, averaging over 34 points a game in their previous 17 first quarters.
Yeah, they come out, absolutely punch teams in the face with the pace that they're playing. I missed a lot of open shots here early. Let's see if they can change that here in the second quarter.
Oh, Gafford got in, slammed it down, and drew the foul.
Ooh, a little physicality there by Gafford. Shows you that strength and power as he gets inside. Crushes this one down hard. Ooh, right there. And one opportunity for big Daniel Gafford.
Drew Smith with the foul. We open up the second quarter here in Miami with the Heat all of a sudden trailing 21-20. Yeah, first quarter for the Heat, 1 for 9 from 3. They missed 4 free throws, committed 5 turnovers. A 22-20 Dallas lead. He's going with Johnson, Smith, Fontecchio, Adebayo, and Jaquez.
Yeah, you got 4 of their bench guys in. They need a lift from their bench rotation here. Starters off to a slow start.
Mavericks in a 2-3 zone defense here. Jaquez for the cutter. It's picked off. And what a nice looking score that was. Brandon Williams now with 7 points.
Heat have been really turning the ball over uncharacteristically. 6 turnovers already.
A sluggish beginning for Miami tonight. Fontecchio from downtown. Not there. Keyshaw tried to keep it alive. Here comes Dallas. A 14-2 Mavericks run. And that's going to be a moving screen on Gafford. That'll be his second foul.
Here's the turnover. Just telegraph that pass. Active hands create the deflection and steal, and Brandon Williams has got some speed. Dallas will convert off the turnovers they create.
Heat have missed 6 straight shots. Jaquez through the traffic. If he can drive like that on I-95, he'll get home real quick. 6 points for Hyman.
That's just great strength, and I love the way he slowed down and got himself under control when he took the layup.
That was pretty moved by Brandon Williams when undrafted after his career at Arizona. Originally from Los Angeles. Having a nice start to the game with 9 points. Miami trailing by 4. Early minutes, second quarter. Adebayo starts from the corner, gets by Gafford, and draws a 3rd foul on Daniel Gafford.
Boy, oh boy, that is right at point blank at the rim, though. Just should have been an M1 for him, as strong as he is. Took it with his left hand, which was a tougher shot, as Bam beat him to the middle. And gets pushed. With side spin on it there. You got to use the backboard there close, too, just to give yourself more of a chance for it going in.
John Gafford picking up his 3rd foul with over 10 minutes left in the second quarter. And you look at the Mavericks bench. Yes, there is action there. Cisse will check in for shot blocking Gafford. Didn't play in the first 5 games this year with a right ankle sprain. Tonight, Gafford's 12th start of the season.
Cisse, a rookie at 6'11", 230 pounds. He's one of their two-way players and got some serious athleticism.
The Heat trailing by 2. 10:08 left in the second quarter. P.J. Washington with a gorgeous move. He crammed that down over Keyshawn Johnson and drew the foul. John, the Mavericks starting a 4-game road trip tonight and playing hard right now.
This is a nice footwork on a Euro step Really impressive finish by P.J. Washington in traffic. He getting beat consistently off the dribble here. They're taking away some of the three-point shots, but doing a poor job catching that move and getting beat off that dribble.
P.J. Washington spent his first 4.5 seasons with Charlotte. He was acquired in February of 2024 for Grant Williams and Seth Curry, and a top 2 protected #1 pick in 2027. Bam got fouled. He'll head back to the stripe with just under 10 minutes left in the half.
Yeah, his 7th and 8th free throw. He's 3 for 6 so far, 0 for 4 from the field. Got to start making the Mavs pay at that charity stripe, making these free throws.
Well, Bam getting ready to do some free throw work. Let's do a little work of our own with this message from Morgan & Morgan.
I'm often asked, how'd you become the largest injury firm in the world? The answer is simple. We've won a lot. Injured? Call Morgan & Morgan for the people.
Good look at the captain from the free throw stripe, and it rims out. Loose ball. And Miami gets a break here. They're going to get the ball back. No. Dallas is going to get the ball.
He's going to fall back into a 2-3 zone here. Little scramble in the corner, but I think Jaquez Jr. stepped on the line trying to save it.
So Bam Adebayo with 8 free throw attempts. The Mavericks with 6 as a team. Out of the corner, that's a miss from James Hardy, the 4th-year pro from Detroit, Michigan. Simone does not hit it. The Heat now 1 for 11 from downtown. Fontecchio's missed all 4 of his triples. Klay Thompson, guarded by Bam. Look at Bam slide his feet defensively. Impressive. And a 3-second violation inside on Musa Cisse. That's the 9th Dallas turnover of the game.
You make such a good point. Look at the defense. Lateral movement. How many bigs can slide with a wing-type player? Does so under control without fouling. Doesn't allow Thompson any angle to create that runner or that pull-up jump shot. It's great defense.
A 4-point Dallas lead. 9:15 left here in the second quarter. Fontecchio again. Got fouled. Ball popped out, but Simone going to get 3 free throws. Cisse picks up his second foul.
Yeah, just too aggressive on the closeout, Cisse. We'll get a couple free throws here for Fontecchio. It should be 3, excuse me.
Yes.
He's behind the line clearly there, and Cisse just getting into the body on that closeout.
John Fontecchio started the season blazing. He's averaging 11 points a game for the year, but over the last 3 games, 5 of 25 from 3.
Hasn't got.
And the night 0 for 4.
Gotta stay vigilant and ready to shoot though. He's been getting some good looks. You know, to me, he started on naturally hot in the beginning of the season, so he's going to fall back a bit, but he's been such an important part of this second unit, which has been such a strength for Miami. Again, the bench number 3 in scoring in the league with 46 points a game. That is such a positive thing that this group does, picking up the starters and really giving the team more offensive balance. Miami's got 8 players that average double figures. That's more than any team in the league in this second unit, a huge part of that.
Klay Thompson, quick release, missed the 3. Rebound tapped out to Jalen Hardy. Hardy walled off by Bam, misses a tough shot. Jaquez clears it. He's trying to push pace a little bit, get into their running game. Bam posting. Washington on the spin for the score. That was pretty. Yeah. Timeout Dallas. Miami back in front by a point.
Deep post up on the pass inside. Good work early by Bam, and then little Hakeem shuffle right there.
We welcome you back with tonight's extraordinary players, brought to you by your Southern Lexus dealers. They've been a terrific breakout season in year number 3 for the former UCLA Bruin, Jaime Jaquez Jr. Career highs in all 4 of those categories. And John, when he's not scoring, he's dishing. He's had 7 assists in 3 straight games and 7 times already this year.
Leads the team in drives, and he gets in the paint consistently, does a good job finishing, but also drawing multiple defenders. The speed that the team is playing with, the spacing, has allowed him more room to operate. So he's not getting clogged up as much trying to attack in that paint, and he's been off to such a good start this year. He's really got to be a candidate for one of the most improved players in the league thus far.
And top 6 men, but we're early in the campaign, folks. Not even at Thanksgiving yet.
Heat in the 2-3 zone. Back to
come away with another turnover on the Mavericks. Key shot cleared for takeoff. Oh, he went flying through for the crush. Key shot Johnson exciting the faithful, but Jaden Hardy comes back with his first score of the game on his 20th triple of the season. We are deadlocked at 32. Drew Smith in and out, rebound Fontecchio, and knocked out of bounds by the hustling Brandon Williams. Boy, Keyshawn Johnson, John, they call him Showtime for a reason. What athleticism.
I'll tell you what, he takes off like an absolute airplane here. I mean, he is explosive, and that's our Vicky fantastic play. Wow, that is just dynamic right there. He's on the floor because he brings that kind of athleticism.
Brought to you by Vicky Bakery, the fantastic play of the game, the Keyshawn Crusher. If he took off like a plane, that's a flight we'd all like to be on. Tie game at 32. Jaquez for the cutting Fontecchio. Missed on the reverse. Old friend Caleb Martin into the game for the Mavericks. Former Heat swingman who played very well in the playoffs for Miami. 7.5 minutes left, second quarter. That's Max Christie. Short on the triple. Rebound comes down to Fontecchio. Good defense by Hardy. Bam against Najee Marshall. And Marshall called for the foul before the shot.
Got a mismatch, and that was with the Heat. Moved the ball well, went right inside when they saw the size differential with Bam at 6'10" on top, but Najee Marshall at 6'6", and he just rips it to the baseline and looks to take him and gets body check there, but wasn't quite gathered and in the act of shooting, so it's going to be side out Miami.
Fontecchio and Jaquez sit down. So does Bam Adebayo. Davion Mitchell, Tyler Hero, and Pella Larson, and Khalil Ware all back in. Just over 7 minutes to play in a low-scoring first half. Tyler off one leg, short. Rebound batted around, taken by D'Angelo Russell. Russell step back three. And there's Khalil Ware reaching into the clouds for his 5th rebound today. Larson, quick flip. Nothing falling for Miami. Heat are shooting 32% from the field. They're 11 for 34. Marshall pitches out. This is Cooper Flag. Max Christie. And the rebound at Hero. Dallas not shooting well either. They're at 37% from the floor in this first half. Hero's missed his first 4 shots. He's played 8 minutes in his first game this year. Davion, giddy up, and that rolls off. Ware kept it alive, but Heat is struggling to score in this game. Christie caught underneath. Good defense by Hero. Davion with a 1 bounce. Ware sets up and hits. Second Khalil Ware triple tonight. He's got 10 points, and boy, did the Heat need a splash right there.
They really did. They're pushing pace, though, putting the Mavericks on their heels here in transition. Little shovel pass by Pella Larson. Gets the open wing 3 for Ware.
Heat just 2 out of 14 from 3. Hero took it away from Russell, forcing an 11th turnover on Dallas in this first half. Larson against Christie. Lobs it up for Khalil. Makes a good catch. Got it! Plus a foul! Oh, the long arm of Khalil Ware. That's down there in the paint, the warehouse.
That's the long arm of the law right there. That is just a gorgeous catch, but this finish, he is behind the basket and has to stretch out and lay it in with a little bit of touch. Awkward angle, and he makes it look easy as that goes in after getting shoved, and Tyler flexing for his favorite second-year big man right there. That is an outstanding finish by the young fella.
Three-point play for Kalel, who's got 13 points here in the first half to go along with 5 rebounds and a block shot. 6-point Heat lead. Just over 5 minutes to play in the half. Here comes Marshall. Sends it out to Christie. Good defensive recovery by Davian. Cooper flat. Flag for 3. Not even close. Kalel collecting the rebound.
Yeah, really good defense. Flat-footed, tough shot there by Dallas.
Tyler! Got it! Off glass. Welcome back, Tyler Hero. Welcome back. His first score of the season puts the Heat up by 8 and 8 straight points for the gang wearing red.
Gets to the Euro step finish here. Tyler in the mid-range game with the runner, kissing it off the glass. Heat by 8.
The Mavs by 8 with 4:48 left in the first half. Getting you set for Heat halftime, presented by your South Florida Chevy dealer. Alongside the coach, Ron Rustine, I am Kelly Sacco. Now, Coach, a low-scoring first half of the Heat, starting to get it going there. What have you seen so far?
Listen, Dallas is a pretty good defensive team. They struggle to score, but defensively, they have the 6th best defensive field goal percentage in the league. We've been getting a lot of good shots, so we haven't gotten them to go down, but they do a little bit better job of sticking with you through the shot. But the 8-0 run in the last 2 minutes giving us this spread right now.
Hopefully the Heat can continue to pull away. Eric John, back to you.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Kelly. Always great to have Coach Russ in, and a blessing when Kelly Sacco joins us.
So true.
Did a great job with the Marlins, and we're happy whenever we welcome her back to our Miami Heat coverage here on FanDuel Sports Network. Heat in the 2-3 zone. Underneath, Dwight Powell feeding Najee Marshall, and he got fouled by Ware and scored. Najee Marshall gets his first score. Kalel Ware gets his second foul.
Kalel getting caught up in the air there on the interior pass. And just trying to react quickly. Marshall able to concentrate and finish. And one opportunity when they get that ball inside in that zone, it becomes really broken down.
Najee played at Xavier, then went on to play for the New Orleans Pelicans for 4 seasons. This is his 2nd year with the Mavericks. 7 on the shot clock. That's Marshall. That's good.
Oh, wow. Back-to-back buckets, giving up a rebound off a free throw right there. It's just a mental breakdown there by Miami.
Hero against Christie. Sends it out for Pelle Larsson's triple. Those threes just don't want to go down tonight. 2 for 15. Christie with Hero on his hip puts it in. First score for the 4th-year guard out of Michigan State. Christie averaging almost 13 points a game this year for Dallas. See what Davion does against Cooper Flood. He with a 2-point lead. Tyler. Yes. Tyler Hero with his 2nd score in this quarter. He has 4 points, which matches Miami's lead. Russell. 1 bounce for the veteran big man, Dwight Powell. Six on the shot clock for Christie. And Kalel Ware, well, he kept the defensive rebound away from the Mavericks. Hero down the other end. Got it! A difficult shot for Hero. Foul as well.
Good
as Pelle Larsson went flying out of bounds.
Yeah, it looked like Pelle got pushed, but this is just a great take. Right hand hesitation to get to the runner on the earlier possession. And then on the fast break here, his ability to finish all closer to the basket in traffic, and Pelle Larsson getting shoved from behind. So it's going to be 1 free throw here for Pelle Larsson. Opportunity for Miami to make some hay.
Cooper flagged with the foul. Hero had scored 6 straight points for Miami. Oh, a missed free throw for the Heat. A 6-point lead for Miami. Miami's already missed 5 free throws in this first half. P.J. Washington back in. Spinning on Larson. And knocking it down. 9 points for Washington. Jaquez coming right back to the paint. Got the jump hook to drop. Boy, his confidence at an all-time high right now. Getting everywhere he wants. He's got 8 points on 4 of 5 shooting.
Yeah, that efficiency too. The quality of the shots he gets. He shoots such a high level. 4 of 5.
Another board for Ware leads to that. The Larson layup. A little stop on the defensive end ignites the running game.
With 13 fast break points to just 4 for Dallas.
Flag, missing the 3, long rebound, taken by the Mavericks, Brandon Williams. Marshall sets up and splashes in a corner 3. Najee Marshall with 7 points, all in the quarter. Just under 2 minutes left in the half. Jaquez bumping with Flag. Gets into Kalel, who hammers it down. A hook dunk for the big man.
Surprising power there by Kalel. Thought he was going to go up with a little hook and extended. And crushes it down.
The slender rim bender does it again. Off the side of the board for Williams. Another offensive board for Dallas. Another one on the Powell rebound. Washington off the spin, missed it. And the Mavericks get a 4th try at this possession. Thank goodness for Kalel Ware, coming away with his 9th rebound in the first half. Heat ahead by 7. Tyler got it. All of a sudden, it's coming back for Boy Wonder. 8 points in this quarter, John.
He looks so good with that runner, doesn't he? Gorgeous here, working P.J. Washington with a crossover, and then as soon as he sees the help defense, no problem. Getting to that right-hand runner, taking off the left foot. He's got great touch there. After struggling early, he's now 4 of 8 with 8 points.
And he's gone 4 of 4 in this quarter after going 0 for 4 in the first. Oh, Williams tempting Ware. Don't come into the warehouse and think you're going to have a good time. Jaquez back to Kalel. Oh, that one a little too heavy for Ware as Brandon Williams comes away with the Heat leading by 9, the biggest lead of the half for either club, and Williams misses on the move and stumbles into that Mavericks bench. Heat foul. Brandon Williams will go to the stripe for 2 shots. Jaquez with a foul. That's his first. Stops the clock with 32 seconds left in the half. Interesting for Kalel Ware tonight, John. Already a double-double. 15 points and 10 rebounds. His 8th double-double. His 7th in the last 8 games. And the side note for him, he's got both of Miami's triples. He's 2 for 4. The rest of the club has gone 0 for 12 from downtown.
Great first half. It really helping Miami in the front court. Bam is off to a slower start. 1 for 4 from the field, 4 of 8 from the free throw line, just 1 rebound for Bam. So, you know, Kalel bringing great energy and activity, but, you know, that doesn't always correlate to production. It has so tonight. He's done a really nice job, as you mentioned, with a double-double, and he's been really efficient. Love the way he's attacking on the defensive end, too. He's been a real anchor in there, protecting that rim.
Well, the Heat with an 8-point lead, 23 seconds left, first half. Davion for Fontecchio into the teeth of the defense. 4 on the shot clock. Here, Fontecchio gets it and unloads. Got that off just before the shot clock expired. Now 3 seconds left in the half from Marshall. Williams. That would have counted. It did not go, and the Heat will settle for an 8-point lead in their lowest scoring first half this season. Fewest 3s in a half this season for Miami. They went 2 for 17. The Showtime slam from Keyshawn. The first half double-double from Kalel Ware. 15 points, 10 boards, and Heroes triumphant return with an 8-point second quarter. But much work still to be done here at Kaseya Center. He's trying to extend the wins in Philadelphia yesterday afternoon. This is their third game in 4 nights. They are trying to extend their winning streak to a 5th straight game, trying to win 8 of their first 9 inside that beautiful Kaseya Center on Biscayne Bay. Great to be back home. Great to be with you, Heat Nation. Eric Reed with John Crotty. John, it was a 20-point first quarter. Tyler Hero was scoreless on 0 for 3 shooting. He got going. So did Miami in the second quarter.
Yeah, it was good to see Tyler get activated after a slow start in that first quarter. He really got into the groove, able to get out and transition a bit. And he's been good off the dribble, creating a shot using that runner that he is so proficient at. Nice hesitation move, straight in the basket, but using the glass well. First half, 8 points for him on 4 of 5 shooting in that second quarter. 6 boards, 8 points overall for Tyler. Going to expect more from him.
Take a look at our Grey Goose top performers. Hero getting all 8 of his points with 6 rebounds. In the second quarter came the points. Cooper Flagg didn't really notice much from Flagg in the first half. Just 2 points, 2 rebounds. He missed 4 of his 5 shots.
Yeah, 2 turnovers for him too. Just didn't look like he was in rhythm. Miami doing a good job of taking away easy opportunities for Cooper Flagg.
You know, we've been spoiled early in the season with the Heat leading the league in scoring at 125 points per game. They're not going to all be high-scoring games. And, John, the mission is treat each game like it's the biggest game of the season and figure out a way to win it no matter how it's playing.
No, it's true. I mean, look, you're not always going to shoot the ball. There were some really clean looks. I think that's, you know, as a coaching staff and as a fan, you got to look and say, are the players getting open looks? Are they getting decent shots? And we've seen that. They've been able to get some good looks. Cooper Flagg, on the other hand, they've been contested. They've been choppy. Active hands by Davion Mitchell, able to pick the ball away. They've kept him on the perimeter. They've made him a flat-footed shooter. They've clogged the paint. Really no actions at all run for him by Dallas either. I mean, he's out there trying to fend for himself. So he hasn't been put into a great position to succeed here so far. And Miami has really made it kind of tough. So slow start for the high-flying rookie.
There's Khalil Ware, a big first half for him with 15 points and 11 rebounds. By the way, the Heat shot 31% in the first quarter. They shot 51% in the second quarter. A little bit of a delay to start the third quarter. I think it might be the rim on this end of the court.
Yeah, something wrong with the basket, the stanchion, I believe. The operations folks going to come out here with a ladder, I think, potentially, and fix it. The referees trying to gauge and make sure that it's the proper regulation height.
Taking a look around the NBA, 10 games on this NBA Monday night. The Pistons with a 7-point lead at Indiana late in the third quarter. Detroit off to a great start this year. Toronto, most surprising team in the East. The Raptors looking for an 8th straight win tonight. Have a 12-point lead against Cleveland early in the fourth quarter. The Knicks by 1 over the Nets in Brooklyn early third quarter. There's a look at some of the action in the Western Conference. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the Oklahoma City Thunder, defending champs and playing like they're hungry for a repeat. And we just talked about the Pistons. They're working on a 12-game winning streak. Cade Cunningham and company have won 14 of their first 16 games. That's a big, strong man, Jalen Duren. And what a tremendous start for the Pistons in the East. And, John, how about the Thunder in the West? When you are champs, John, the more you look at the Eastern Conference, the more open it feels. Cleveland and New York appear to be the class of the conference coming into the season. The Knicks have struggled. Cleveland been up and down a little bit at 12-6. Toronto has been a surprise, and Miami has been a surprise.
Yeah, Toronto in particular. They've got their 3 guys healthy with Brandon Ingram, Scotty Barnes, and R.J. Barrett, who is out tonight, but those 3 guys have been playing at a high level. I think that's been a huge surprise in the East, the fact that they're in second place right now.
Heat right now with the 4th best record in the conference, tied for the 3rd best home record in the NBA with the Pistons at 7-1. Heat 7 home wins by 11 points per game. See Atlanta right there in the division for the Heat and in the conference. It's too early to be preoccupied with the standings, but not too early to take a peek, especially when it's good news for the Heat. They have worked on the basket down at the Heat end, and John, I believe that work for the moment is done. Next time I'm on the ladder, be taking down the Christmas decorations.
Here we go.
It's just start of a big week for the Heat at home. They got the Bucks on Wednesday in an NBA Cup game that has huge consequences. Then those red-hot Pistons come to Miami on Saturday. The Clippers will be here a week from tonight. And when you're 7-1 at home, it makes you feel greedy, John. You want to keep banking victories at home. Here's a look at the Bucks. Right now they're without their great player, Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's out with an injury. We won't see him on Wednesday night, but we will see a game with consequences. The Bucks are 2-0 in Cup play. Miami 2-1 with a huge point differential. If the Heat could beat the Bucks on Wednesday, they have a great chance to advance in the NBA Cup tournament.
I agree. Huge game, huge opportunity for Miami. And with Giannis out, obviously increases the chance to not have to face a guy who's a MVP candidate every year. And the point differential, because of the huge win in Chicago, actually gives Miami an added bonus that they've earned. With a tied record, that point differential will make the difference.
Oh, I was just thinking about Khalil Ware. Johnny's having another strong game tonight. His 11 rebounds in the first half. The most rebounds he's had in a half this season. He also had 15 points for the Heat. Oh, by the way, they gave him 11. Now it's back to 10 rebounds in the half for him. Well, we finally get the third quarter started, and it begins with a foul. Davion doesn't like the call. So Mitchell going to pick up his second personal foul. Heat have won 7 of their last 9, and John, winning does a lot of good things for you. The more you win, the more you want to keep on winning. Heat starting Hero, Mitchell, Adebayo, Larson, and Ware. Mavericks with Christian, Gafford, Williams, Washington, and Flagg. Ella Larson defending Flagg. Now they switch out. Brandon Williams, tough shot. Rebound comes down to Larson. He wanted to do a better job defensive rebounding in the second half. They gave up 8 offensive rebounds in the first half. Davion pitching back. Larson. Not there for the Heat's three-point shooters. Bam! Right there! Bam Adebayo points. Hard to find for him, but he hammered that one down.
Offensive rebounds, second chance opportunities. Heat like scavengers in there, creating that loose ball, and it's Bam who comes up with it.
Biggest lead of the night doesn't last for long. Cooper Flagg got inside of Khalil. Second score for Flagg.
I think that's when he's at his best, with the ball on the floor, attacking the rim, Cooper Flagg.
Oh, the pullback dribble. Tyler Hero. John, almost every trip down the court just gets a little bit closer to who he's always been.
It's true, and he's so good off the dribble. I think at his best as well, getting into the mid-range game and stepping back to the left there. Tyler from 20 feet.
Well, it's so good to have him back, especially on a night where you're missing Norman Powell and Andrew Wiggins. That's Max Christie tripling. Christie was quiet in the first half with just 2 points.
Yeah, a nice stroke, though. You can see why he's shooting it a career-high 47% from 3.
Nice mid-range jump shot for Bam, who's got both 2 field goals here in this quarter. Heat in front by 9. P.J. Washington. Oh, he had time to set up. That's his second trade tonight. He's got 13 for Dallas. It's a 6-point Heat lead. Larson driving on Flagg. Oh, the quick jump hook. Ware on the tip, and out it comes to Mitchell. Tyler against Christian. Tough one. Rolls in. Tyler Hero has made a living on making tough shots. He's got a dozen points.
Boy, with the left hand, knocking that one down, and just absolute touch. It died when it hit the rim and dropped right in.
He's made 6 of his last 7 shots in this game. That's Christie again, and he triples again. Back-to-back threes for former Laker Max Christie, who came over in that, so controversial the trade that Dallas made, sending Luka Doncic to the Lakers. Anthony Davis came back, but he's been injury-plagued since coming to Dallas. Larson rattles down a triple.
Good to see a 3 go down. That's Bam taking it on the inside and kicking it out to an open Pelle Larsson.
Just the 3rd triple tonight, 19 attempts for Miami. Christie in the paint against Hero, and he gets fouled by Tyler. It'll be Tyler's second.
There's the kick out passes. Bam able to back down and create the defense to compress, and Pelle on the perimeter on the kick out, able to get his first 3 to go. He's 3 for 8 right now. He's got 7 points and 3 assists.
John, it was February 2nd last year when the Mavericks shocked everybody, including Luka Doncic, when they traded Doncic, Maxi Kleber, and Markieff Morris to the Lakers for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a 2029 first-round pick. It cost Nico Harrison, the general manager, his job a few weeks ago, and it is a trade that Dallas people have told us Maverick fans will probably never get over.
Well, look, how can you, though? I mean, to me, it's going to be one of the historically worst trades ever. I mean, you traded an all-NBA player for a guy who's an older guy, Anthony Davis, who's, to me, on his way down, and also gets hurt a lot. And you traded a franchise caliber player. It was such a strange thing. And how do you not go out to the general market and let every team bring you options and do a quiet deal? I mean, so strange. I'm not even a Dallas fan, but I just couldn't get over that a player of that talent was traded like in the middle of the night like that, but without having just seeing the options, because there would have been teams bringing a lot of players and picks to the Mavericks.
And he did not want to leave. He had just purchased a brand new home in Dallas. He was heartbroken to get traded. Oh, the steal there by Brandon Williams. Drives all the way in. What a block by Larson. Flag hammers it down. Cooper Flag with a fortunate bounce to him after Larson had a very athletic block. 6-point Heat lead. Just under 8 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. Tyler. Oh, the running game in full effect.
True. He is good on the move tonight, in rhythm, going to the right this time, freezing Christie and getting to that floater.
That basket puts him over 7,000 career points. Khalil Ware, that's his 13th rebound, folks. He's catching them far and wide. Heat ahead by 8. Hero, now to Mitchell. The lob out to Bam with 7 on the shot clock, bumps with Flag, and gets blocked from behind. I think that was Gafford that got that. And Ware down the other end saved a potential 3-point play on the P.J. Washington drive. Khalil's going to get his 3rd foul. 13th foul on Miami in the quarter. It's on Larson, excuse me. 3rd foul on Larson.
Looked like Larson bodied him up. Khalil came from behind the block, and Coach Spo saying, hey, his hands were straight up, playing verticality.
There's Pelle Larsson making his 15th start in a row for Miami. He's played very well as a starter. Underrated for him, John, his playmaking. Coming into this game, last 2 on that road trip, he had 15 assists and only 2 turnovers. 15 points for Washington. 6-point lead for the Heat. Bam on the drive with Washington. Oh, elbow right into the face of Washington, and that's going to be an offensive foul on Bam Adebayo.
Oh, that's the one thing on those Euro step moves. You're coming across the defender with your arms, swinging those elbows, and Bam making contact solidly there on P.J. Washington.
Scan the QR code. You could purchase your Bernie long sleeve holiday tee right now. Reed and Crotty coming to you high above courtside here in Miami. You don't want to be P.J. Washington's jaw right now. Bam Adebayo taking the Euro step, going over his head. They reviewed it to see if it was a flagrant foul.
The right hand to me right there, though, could be called for a foul on PJ. And, you know, Bam is trying to clear to get up to the right hand layup, and they did review that for a flagrant, but they're calling it a common foul.
In it comes to Brandon Williams. Miami ahead by 6. Just under 7 minutes left, third quarter. That's flag. And that's off to Bam Adebayo. For Bam, just his third rebound tonight on a quiet game for him. Larson, baseline with Christie. Kalel sets up out of the corner. Kaboom! Oh, Kalel kabooming with consistency tonight. He's got 3 triples and 18 points.
4 assists now for Pella. Larson tied with Fontecchio for the most on the team. Driving kick there to set up Kalel Ware.
Season high 3 triples for Kalel. That goes off the leg of Ware. Ware giving the Heat a little bit of everything. 18 points, 13 rebounds, 2 blocks, and 3 trades.
That baseline drive frees up Kalel. Powell late on the closeout. Not giving Ware the respect beyond the arc he deserves.
Bam out. Jaquez back in for the Heat. 4 on the shot clock for the Mavericks. Williams off the spin. Makes a very difficult shot. Playing in his 17th game this year, his 9th start, Brandon Williams with a dozen points in this game. Here comes Davion. Hero against Christie. The step back deuce. Got it. Tyler Hero into his bag of tricks. He had 8 points in the second quarter. He's got 8 more here in the third.
Boy, he looks so good off the dribble right now. Shooting right over top of Christie, a long 18-footer.
You know, I liked about it for Tyler tonight, John. He is not pressed. He has just been himself, let it come organically, and it's happening. Marshall airballs the 3. By the way, Heat fans, do you remember Najee Marshall? With New Orleans, he was ejected in the game against Miami back in February of 2024 with Jose Alvarado, the same play that sent Butler, Duncan, and Thomas Bryant out early in that wild scene in New Orleans. There's Najee. Just wanted to reintroduce him to the fans back in Miami.
Aren't you kind?
Well, part of the past. Marshall out of Atlantic City, New Jersey. He's actually played very well against his last 3 outings against Miami, averaging 15 points a game. He's got 7 tonight. Joint Powell with that foul, putting Jaquez at the strike for 2 shots. John, in a first half that saw a lot of inefficiency, Jaquez was very efficient, making 4 of his 5 shots from the field.
Yeah, he just continues to be a wrecking crew, getting in that paint and finishing or creating. 15 drives a game he's averaging. Had 22 drives in the game yesterday against Philadelphia. He's just relentless in his pursuit of getting in that paint.
The Jaime Highway, very busy place for Jaime this year. Heat by 11. This is Miami's biggest lead of the game. Cooper Flag from behind. Davion creating havoc. He just knocked that ball away from Flag off of Flag. Heat hurrying tempo. Hero breaks free. Got it. Tyler Hero is percolating. Hero now with 18 points on 9 for 13 shooting. The Heat up by 13. Where? Oh, that's a home run. He knocked that right into the stand. His 3rd block of the game.
Oh,
the warehouse.
Oh. Let's start with Tyler first. Getting to that crossover right-hand runner. Got it. And then, come on, give me that volleyball, guys. The warehouse was full.
A 13-point Heat lead, 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. And let's see what happens here with Hero warming up. He was scoreless in the first quarter. He's been sensational ever since. Jaquez. Ware underneath. Look at him run it down with Powell. It's going to be Mavericks ball. Kalel thinks it went off of Dallas. He's asking Coach Spo to review it. There's a look at his on that block shot. You know, Zoe like to keep him in bounds. It's better for your team if you can keep it in play, but John, that's got to feel good to just knock it into the seats.
I just love the animation. I love how to me, he's coming out of his shell. He's getting more and more animated and vocal, and we need that from him. And you're right. I mean, you want to keep it in play where your team can get it. At the same time, does that send a message to anyone trying to drive? You better have your head on a swivel. Khalil Ware is defending that warehouse.
P.J. Washington short. Gafford with a rebound. Missed it. Washington with a rebound. Misses it. Loose ball out of bounds, stays with Dallas. By the way, Khalil Ware blocking 3 shots in a game for the 5th time this season. And for the 10th time in his Heat career. 13-point lead, got to defend for another 5 seconds on the shot clock. Marshall. And the rebound to Jaquez. Here comes Larson. Euro stepping in, missing on the move. Ryan Nembhard is here, the younger brother of Andrew Nembhard of the Pacers. There he is. Backdoor cut. And a miss by Klay Thompson, but it's going to be a goaltend.
That's such a nice pass by Nembhard. Really finding the cutter on the baseline. Just puts that perfectly out there for Klay Thompson. Ball hit the backboard first, so Khalil just a fraction of a second late getting to him.
He's been aggressive on both ends. Drew Smith in for the Heat right now. 3:20 left, 3rd quarter. Larson back to Khalil Ware, who's just emerging game after game. Jaime down the highway, rejected that time by Washington. Khalil gets the loose ball. A second on the shot clock, he threw it away to Marshall. Drew Smith is back. Marshall loses the ball, but he was fouled.
Boy, I'll tell you, that looked like it may have been clean too. Drew Smith leads the team in steals. Woo. Boy, that was close.
It was.
Looked like he swiped it clean, and then it went off Marshall's leg. Call that a foul.
Well, Eric Spoelstra's going to challenge it. Coach Spo saving it for a good time, and I think the Heat are going to win this challenge with 3:01 left in the 3rd quarter.
I like Spo's approach. He comes out and he lets the officials know exactly what he's thinking.
Marshall's foot. Therefore, this is a successful challenge. It will be Miami ball on the baseline going the opposite direction.
Good news for Heat Nation. Good challenge for Heat head coach Eric Spoelstra. Drew Smith, the tenacious defender, created it. It went off the body of Marshall. The Heat get possession with 3:01 left in this 3rd quarter. Eric Spoelstra had a reputation being one of the best coaches in professional basketball heading into this, his 18th season. John, he's only furthered that perception that he is clearly one of the great coaches in the history of the league. The way he has evolved, he said, getting annihilated and embarrassed by the Cavaliers in the 1st round of last year's playoffs made him know he had to change. He talked to his key players in the offseason about the new way he saw it. They accepted it. They're embracing of his vision coming to fruition early in this season, and maybe one of the great accomplishments of Spo's future Hall of Fame career.
I agree. I mean, being able to change systems based upon your players and your talent is not an easy thing to do, and getting the players buy-in, Bam in particular with this style of play, not easy, and that's trust. That's great trust, and he's really earned that with guys like Bam.
A 13-point Heat lead after that last Fontecchio score. This is the biggest lead of the game for the Heat. Jaquez for Khalil. Inside for the jump hook, and it comes down to P.J. Washington. Nembhard. And the rebound tipped by Ware, taken by Jaquez, who goes to the deck for it. Drew Smith, 3 in transition. That was wide left. Drew Smith said, maybe I shouldn't have taken that.
Well, he had a 3-on-2 there, and key shot in the middle, kicking it to his right would have been nice for him to draw that top defender. Then it would have been 2-on-1 on the backside there. But Heat not able to convert with numbers in transition there.
Bam back in. Khalil Ware to the bench. Ware with 18 points, 15 rebounds, 3 block shots. Another tremendous effort for Khalil. 13-point Heat lead. into Gafford. And he hits the jump hook over the smaller Keyshawn Johnson. 7 points and 8 rebounds for Gafford tonight. Jaquez against Klay Thompson. Pass deflected and stolen away by Nembhard. Lobbing, Washington put it in. And Nembhard, you can see he's a very confident and competent point guard.
Yeah, he's really moving the ball well and giving them some structure on offense to get their rim runners some touches.
Fontecchio's miss, gobbled up by Bam, who knocks in a mid-range jump shot. Well, he's got 6 points in the quarter, 12 points for the game. Lead up by 11. P.J. Washington on the pickup. Oh, Washington warding off on Drew Smith for the offensive foul. John, between Davion Mitchell and Drew Smith, the two Heat point guards, they hand the Havoc baton back and forth all night long.
They really do a good job pressuring the ball. It is hard to make plays when you have those guys dogging you and right on top. And this is P.J. Washington right now feeling the pressure of Drew Smith all over him. Just extends that right arm and hits Drew in the face.
Jaquez coming right at Klay Thompson. Steps in, missed it. Rebound to Gafford. Washington. Got it, plus a Heat foul. P.J. Washington, a very good player. 7th-year pro out of Kentucky. Spent 2 years with the Kentucky Wildcats. This is his 7th year in the NBA. The foul on Keyshawn Johnson.
Runs the lane extremely well here. He's 6'7", he's 230 pounds, real versatile. Can bang inside with physicality, can step outside and shoot that 3-ball too.
He had a 21-point, 10-rebound game against the Heat last November. A couple Novembers ago, had a 32-point game against Miami. Tonight he's got 20. The Heat ahead by 8. We wind down here in the third quarter. He's trying to build momentum, trying to stay hard to beat at home. They've only lost once in 8 games in this building this year. And that was to a shorthanded Cleveland game that he should have won. Bam missed the wing jump shot. Klay Thompson down with a rebound. Bam knocked it free. And it'll stay with the Mavericks, but Bam Adebayo just giving Klay Thompson fits. Just 1.6 left here in the third quarter. 1.6 seconds. Marshall from the backcourt. Well, Tyler Hero has made 9 straight shots. He's got 18 points. Khalil Ware, 18 points, 15 boards, and the captain chipping in as well. 3 quarters in. One important fourth quarter left. The Warehouse and the Heat ahead by 8 through 3 periods here in Miami.
Buy rooms to go. Save on great-looking furniture during the holiday sale. And by Grey Goose, official partner of the Heat. Make time wait.
Welcome back inside the Kaseya Center on Pat Riley Court. The Heat open the fourth quarter with an 80-72 lead on the Dallas Mavericks. Mavericks open the fourth in a zone. The Heat missed the 3, and the loose ball rebound taken by Ryan Nembhard. Miami's three-point shooting has been dreadful tonight. 4 for 23. Klay Thompson, he misses that 3. Bam, both hands on the rebound. The Heat up 8 with 11.5 minutes left. Fontecchio driving baseline, sets up Keyshawn Johnson. Kaboom! A corner 3 for Keyshawn. His 4th triple this year, his 7th point of the game. Klay Thompson lobbing it into the corner to Christie. Nembhard straight up top. Rebound batted right to Drew Smith. Bam, wide open. The Heat have gotten quality looks, but they've missed 20 of their 25 attempts from 3. This is P.J. Washington. Nembhard guarded by Keyshawn. Bounces off to Fontecchio.
Wow, Drew Smith fronting in the post and then sliding over and taking away the layup by Nembhard. That's just tremendous defense by him.
Bam on the post, out to Fontecchio for the 3.
And Simone trying to wake up from a shooting nightmare. He's 0 for 7 from 3, 1 for 9 from the field. Still up by 11 is Miami with 10-10 to play. Here's Nembhard coming baseline. Boy, they missed Kyrie Irving at point guard and Anthony Davis up front. Oh, Gafford, he just pulled his way through Jaquez. 9 points and 9 rebounds for Daniel Gafford.
He is physical and punishing inside there.
9-point lead. Smith gets gobbled up by P.J. Washington. He's flat on his back, did not get a whistle, and Washington gets a dunk down the other end. And the Heat need a timeout, and Spoelstra irate that there wasn't a foul down at the other end.
Boy, oh boy, he just fell completely on his back there. He's lucky to be able to get up. Ouch. Coach Spo just incensed, and rightfully so. Oh, goodness.
Fill your bucket up with some popcorn. Enjoy the rest of this fourth quarter with us, and then stay after. And tune into our Heat Live postgame show. It's presented by Verizon. Follows our game immediately with Jax and Ron Rothstein and Amy Audibert. This what just transpired. A little screened out by Gafford there to see exactly the contact between those two. That's a better look at it. Clearly a hip check by P.J. Washington that went uncalled, turned into a dunk for him. Fontecchio called. Is that an offensive foul on him? I think so. The things are swinging in Dallas's direction at this moment with Miami's lead down to 7.
Everything going their way. Fontecchio leading with that left hand right there. That's what the official called as Cooper Flagg came over to make a play on it.
First foul on Fontecchio. 12 turnovers for the Heat, 13 for the Mavericks. Miami shooting 43%, Dallas at 36% shooting. Dwight Powell finds Christie. Now it's Thompson. Takes a long three and makes it. But Klay Thompson, 10 points tonight. That's his second triple. It's a 4-point Heat lead at 83-79. Bam on the move. Big one. Big bucket for Bam Adebayo. The Mavericks were closing in. Bam just hit a runner.
Catch and go. Beating the big man Powell off the dribble.
Klay Thompson from the corner. He's on fire right now. Klay Thompson with back-to-back triples.
He got teed up, talking to the bench right in front of the referee.
He's been very verbal recently. Got into it with Ja Morant in their last game against Memphis. And let's watch what he does here after he makes this through. By the way, toe very close to the line. And then Klay,
that was the first three. Here's the second one on a kick out from Flagg in the comfy corner. Had words for somebody down on the bench.
Oh, a taunt. Bam makes the technical free throw. Bam with 15 points tonight. Klay Thompson, 5th all-time in threes. And, you know, he's just one of 5 players in NBA history to have a season with 300 triples or more. Steph Curry did it 6 times. The others to do it, James Harden, Anthony Edwards, Malik Beasley, and, of course, Klay Thompson. Jaime down the highway. Big fourth quarter score for Jaquez. He's got a dozen. He needed that. Their lead is only 6.
52 points in the paint right there with that finish to 40 for Dallas. But Miami continues to pressure inside, off the dribble and in the post.
Trying to find a way to win. Flagg finds a way to the basket. Cooper Flagg now with 8 points, 6 of them in the second half. A lot of time left, over 8 minutes to go. That ball deflected out by Dwight Powell, a 12-year veteran out of Stanford. Khalil Ware coming back in for Keyshawn Johnson. You could feel Ware's impact, John, when he's in the game, and when he's not, you can sense his absence. Here's Jaquez, spinning on Thompson, cutting Fontecchio, puts it in. That one will count. He'll get a chance at a 3-point play this time. He was determined to get to the rim.
Jaquez gets bottled up, but he maintains his composure and finds the cutter. It's Fontecchio. After the contact, able to stay with it and one opportunity. Hopefully this can jumpstart him a bit. He's got 7 points 2 of 10 shooting, 0 of 7 beyond the arc, but he's been perfect at the free throw line thus far.
Second foul on Powell, and now a message from FPL.
At FPL, our teams are working every day because reliability isn't an option, it's a commitment. FPL, working for you every single day.
A little too close for comfort with the Heat ahead by 7. Just under 8 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Third game in 4 nights for Miami, and at times it is looking. Nembhard coming baseline on Bam, almost stepped out.
Oh, he traveled. Wow.
Nembhard missing the 3, rebound batted out by Powell. Bam swiped at it, Flag gets it back. Thompson sends it up. And Simone there to bring it back. 5th board for Fontecchio. Davion, cross court. Way off for Bam. He's missed all 3 of his triples tonight. Down the other end, Christie hammers it down.
Well, those corner threes, when you miss them, they bounce long and towards your basket, so you got to get back on defense. Dallas with numbers 2-on-1 off that long miss.
Just a 5-point lead for Miami as Mitchell comes to the paint on Nembhard and then ran into Powell, who made a very good defensive play. That's Christie, and that's good. So Max Christie with 5 points in a row. Miami's lead reduced to 2. We said it was too close for comfort. Now it's turned into uncomfortable. 6:46 left. Fourth quarter follow-up brought to you by Ocean Bank. Yeah, Norman missing his 4th game this season. A strained groin, he's day-to-day. Tyler Hero, he comes out, plays his first game of the season at a scoreless first quarter. He hasn't missed a shot since. He's made his last 9 shots, has 18 points. He's coming back into the game. The Heat's offense has been slow-poking, but the defense very well. They're holding Dallas to 39% shooting. And Kel'el Ware having another strong performance tonight with 18 points, 15 rebounds, and 3 block shots. Keep in mind the Mavericks already have 3 losses this year by 2 points. Right now they're trailing the Heat by 2 with 6:37 to play. Jaquez against Flag. Larson, Mitchell, Hero, and Ware on the floor for the Heat with 5 on the shot clock. Ware missing on the tip. A miss from Hero and a miss from Ware. And now the Mavericks a chance to tie it or go in front with a 3. Need to put themselves in a dangerous spot. The lob for Flag. He missed the dunk. Loose ball pickup, Jaquez. Davion back to Jaime. Kel'el had it go through his hands and he was fouled. Ware feeling like every rebound's got his name on it.
Flag came flying over. And here's the missed dunk. It's a nice lob, and looks like Flag just got overcommitted there, twisting and turning back, and missed the shot by Jaquez, and Flag comes flying back and just goes right across the arms there of Ware.
Tyler Hero again. Tyler Hero, 10 for his last 11. He's got 20 points in his first game this season. Nembhard driving and scoring. He's changed the game for a positive. The former NCAA assist leader for Gonzaga back in 2025. Johnny, he's a very competent young point guard. 22 years old, he was not drafted. 5:25 left, Mitchell gets in there and scores. Davion, Johnny, might not score much, but when it matters, he can punch one in there for the home team, and that home team needed it. They're only ahead by 4 with 5:22 to play. Home this year, a 5-point win over Portland, a 14-point win over Golden State. John, they're also 2-0 on the second night of a back-to-back. I always enjoy when your team can win on the second night of a back-to-back. Shows the mental toughness, the emotional stability to get the job done, even when you're fatigued on the third game in 4 nights.
Look, having been a player, you're about 20 games a year, you come out on the court, you're just not feeling it. You're tired, you're banged up, and you got to find a way to perform and bring it. Miami's showing that kind of performance tonight. Things aren't going their way, but they're hanging in there against a team playing their first road game of a trip in Dallas, who's fresh.
P.J. Washington's second best scoring game this season for him. He's got 25. It's a 1-point game, and we're going to get free throws coming for Jaime Jaquez Jr. Well, these are important free throws with under 5 minutes left. It's a 1-point game. The Heat have already missed 6 free throws tonight.
Now you got to contain the ball handler. We're seeing the end result of the P.J. Washington 3, but that started with Nebhard being able to get around Mitchell out there on the perimeter. If he can contain that ball handling drive attack, there's no open three-point shot to be found.
That was the 3rd foul on P.J. Washington and the 3rd team foul on the Mavericks here in the 4th quarter. Let's pause for a word from Bacardi.
You fall in love, sing boom, the sky up above.
Miami was 10 foul shots in yesterday's win against Philadelphia. They have missed 7 free throws tonight. Marquez got 1 out of the 2 to give Miami a lead of 2. Jaime with 13 points tonight. They got 4:48 left in a nail biter. Nemhard at the throttle for Dallas down the stretch. Takes a 13-foot shot off. Rebound Gafford. Bullies his way in. Well, tip your hat to Daniel Gafford. He out-toughed Khalil Ware on that play. Gafford now with 10 rebounds and 11 points. It's Hero. It's good.
Boy, is he good in the mid-range game or what? Hasn't made a 3 yet tonight, but he's dominated in that mid-range area or getting to the basket. 11 of 16 now, 22 for Tyler.
Here's Washington. Dotted line hook shot. Short. Khalil Ware comes down with his 18th rebound of this game. Had a season-high 20 rebounds last week at home against Cleveland. 2-point Heat lead. Here comes Larson. Drives on flag and scores. Big bucket for Larson. A 4-point lead for Miami.
Surprise flag with that quick burst going to the left. No help defense. Late on the rotation. Gets all the way to the backboard.
And then Larson knocked it away from flag.
Tyler Hero getting to that mid-range area. Money. Using that backboard. And then the hard, quick drive by Pelle Larsson. Back-to-back buckets for the Miami Heat.
Hero's gone 11 for 12 since the first quarter. Well, since missing his first 4 shots tonight. Nemhard against Ware. Drives it. Missed it. It trickled off. Gafford with another rebound. Flag. Missing the 3, and Khalil Ware says that's enough of that. 19 rebounds and counting for the big guy. Jaime ducks in on Washington. Missed the roundhouse hook. And Dallas going to take a timeout. Jason Kidd animated. He wants to talk about this possession. 3:06 left in a 4-point game. John, you mentioned they're on a 4-game road trip, but they'll head home after tonight. Their next game is in Los Angeles against the Lakers on Friday, so they'll have to fly to LA on Thanksgiving Day. Then they play the Clippers Saturday and at Denver next Monday. Yeah. And then return their next home game after that would be against Miami.
It's a strange schedule the way they're doing that. I was looking up. They've played 11 games in 18 days, though. That's why there's that long break after this game. So sort of a strange mix for the Mavericks.
So while we have a moment, let's check out this message from Duralki.
Take advantage of a Pricito now on all of your favorite new Kia models. Like a new Kia K5, Sportage, Sorento, Soul, and more.
Well, Miami Heat trying to win a 5th straight game, trying to get to 8-1 at home. It's not easy. Every night, different challenges, different circumstances. And whether the game's pretty, fast, slow, you got to find a way. In the night, the Heat finding a hero's way.
Yeah, he was struggling in that first half, but really put it together here in the second half. Just really getting it going. Played pretty well in the second quarter to get himself a little bit of rhythm, but then just exploded here in the 3rd and 4th, being able to make shots off the dribble, 2-foot jump stops, right-hand runners, get into the floater game. He's a hard man to guard because he can score all over the floor. We call him a true three-level scorer.
Missed his first 4 shots in his first game this season and has come out and hit 11 of his last 12. Now the Heat pressure up defensively with under 3 minutes left and leading by 4. Oh, Flag bobbled. 4 on the shot clock. Flag
I thought
makes
he
it happen.
Looked like he might have double dribbled there. That was strange.
10 points for Flag, 2-point lead for Miami. And a steal by Flag. But he was out of bounds. 2:37 left. It remains a dangerous game for Miami.
That was a strange sequence. I thought he had lost his possession there, and they allowed him to put the ball back down on the floor and dribble again.
True. 9 on the shot clock for Davion Mitchell. Kalel! Oh, perfect lob pass for the Ware slam dunk. Play of the night. 20 points for Kalel Ware for the 3rd straight game.
The vision from Mitchell, too. Such an important time of the game. Great execution and connection between those two.
Now Kalel Ware with a dynamic 20-point, 19-rebound game. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Gafford misses. Rebound Washington. He connects. Oh, what a night he's having. 27 points for him. It's a 2-point lead for Miami with under 2 minutes left. Hero to the paint. Tough turnaround. Blocked by Christie. Loose ball to Cooper Flag. We got a minute 40 left. It's edge of your seat time right now. Christie stepped out of bounds. Imagine that, game this tight, an unforced error for Dallas.
That's their 14th turnover. Yeah, that back foot, that left foot, just on the line there.
Under a minute 30 left. 2-point lead and the ball. Hero. There's a good shot out there somewhere. You got to find it. And it's a travel on Davion Mitchell, his first turnover of the game. It gives the ball back to Dallas with a minute 19 left.
Just dragging this pivot foot when he came to a stop here. There he establishes the right foot. Just slid that right foot there. It's the right call.
Looking for a stop. Looking to protect this 2-point lead. It's Flag. Took it right at Ware, and we get a foul. Ware was up to the task on that drive. He got the rebound. Let's see who the foul's on. It is on Kalel. That's his 3rd foul.
Pella right here gets blown by. It puts so much pressure on Ware on the backside of the defense. He was okay straight up. Then that right hand came down and hit Flag on the left arm on the shot right there. That's the foul.
Cooper Flag makes the first. These are his first free throws of the game. He's a 79% free throw shooter as a rookie. So Ware comes out. Jaime Jaquez Jr. comes in. A little offense-defense substitution for Eric Spoelstra. This game's been tied 4 times. Flag will try to knot it up for the 5th time tonight. He does. He had 6 points through 3 quarters. The rookie has 6 points here in the 4th. We are even at 102. Little drama on a Monday night in Miami. Bam driving on Gafford. Step back jumper. Captain missed it. Rebound to Marshall. And Jason Kidd wants another timeout with 49 seconds left in the game. And we'll step aside. A little deep breathing exercises might come in handy right now for Heat Nation. little drama in the air here in Miami tonight. Heat and Mavericks tied at 102. Could be Dallas ball with 49 seconds left. We greet you from Kaseya Center. Eric Reed with John Crotty. John, Dallas has battled back. They got a chance to take their first lead since the first quarter on this possession. Where do you see them going, and where do you see the Heat defense needing to react?
Look, this game is a much lower scoring game. It's been more deliberate. This is playing the style that Dallas wants to play. Their big men have been a factor up front with putbacks and finishes, and I think we're going to see some ball handling with, let's see, Christie looking to potentially screen for Nebhard, run a pick and roll action, trying to get something going to the rim to let those two bigs go get it if they miss.
Bam! Stole the inbounds! The captain stole the inbounds! Game is tied, 44 seconds left. Hero to the paint. Got it! Tyler Hero is remarkable. 24 points for Hero. He's made 12 of his last 13 shots. None bigger than that one.
But how about the captain? First with the defensive play. He just jumps in front here and anticipates the corner throw. Bad pass by Washington, and Pelle Larsson sees the defense, pulls it out, and that just lets Hero go to work. Inside again, get into that 2-foot jump shot pull-up, and he has been masterful in that space tonight. Puts a little extra arc, getting it over Washington. Nothing but cord. What a good angle. It has to change that shot, put a little more on it. What a great feel and understanding and awareness to have to do that. And Tyler's special when he gets in that mid-range game with his ability to create his own shot.
He's made 12 of his last 14 shots, but he deserves all the credit for that. But John, a game-saving kind of steal off the inbounds from the captain.
Yeah, it really was. And again, he was there. I'm surprised Washington made the pass with the length and athleticism that Bam has. He really, you could tell that number one option was trying to get it to the corner because that was in his head, and he forced it over there. And Bam just snatched it midair.
His 30-point fourth quarter for Dallas, their best quarter of this game.
Dallas used their last timeout. So with 41 seconds to go, this is a must-make scenario for them, or they're just going to have to play it out on the fly.
Mavericks have 12 triples on the night. They could use one here. They're down by 2. In the backcourt, it goes to Nembhard. Heat will dig in defensively. Crowd on their feet here in Miami. Klay Thompson. That's Washington for 3, and the lead, and the rebound of Larsson. Gets it off to Bam. And Bam gets fouled by Klay Thompson with 21.3 seconds left in the game. Adebayo tonight is 5 of 9 at the free throw line. Mavericks had a foul to give, so it's going to be a side out for Miami. He's not going to the free throw stripe.
It'll be timeout for Miami here. I like this call by Coach Spoelstra to get organized, advance the ball into the front court. Smart play. Dallas got a good look there. They moved the ball well, played 2-on-1, and Klay Thompson froze Bam. P.J. Washington had a good look from the corner and just missed it.
And Washington did get a really good look at that.
Yeah, Bam will have to step up and make some free throws here. And I'm sorry, side out. So it'll be Heat possession, in the front court. And anticipating a foul by Dallas, so you want to get the ball in your better free throw shooter's hands, and that's really going to be Tyler Hero for sure, trying to run some screens to get him coming to the ball, anticipate a foul. And you don't want to make both here. You don't want to make this a 3-point game. You need to make it a 4.2 possession game.
First things first, get the ball inbound. You saw what just happened to Dallas on their last inbound.
The Heat have an extra timeout. If they don't have a clear inbound option, they can call the timeout and reset, run another play if needed.
By the way, the two hottest teams in basketball right now in the East have won again tonight. Pistons win their 13th straight. They won at Indiana 122-117. And the Raptors won their 8th in a row with a 110-99 victory over Cleveland. Brandon Ingram got them 37 points. Look, he inbounds, and there's nobody in the backcourt for Miami. It'll be Jaquez trying to inbound. Or is there someone in the backcourt for the Heat?
There is.
Yes. Bam all the way back at the other end. And the Heat turn it over on the inbounds. Just what we feared. 13 seconds left. Mavericks down 2. This is Caleb Martin. Flag. They need 3 for the win. They go for it. They miss it. Bam with a rebound with 3 seconds left. And now Bam will shoot free throws. Boy, the Heat on a tightrope playing a very dangerous game. They failed to get it inbounds cleanly, and they may survive this game anyway.
Not sure why Jaime felt the need to make that pass there. Bam was wide open in the backcourt. But regardless, Miami survives here. P.J. Washington just rims out another one, had another good, clean look.
But Bam really needs both to put the Heat ahead by 4 to prevent a 3 from either beating you or tying you.
And just remember, Dallas has no timeout, so they have to go the length of the court here. And this next free throw and really seal the game, making it 2 possessions, because 3 seconds, it takes a long time to go full court. They don't have a timeout to advance the ball to the half court and to the front court. Big time shot making there by Bam. No fouls, want to keep the ball in front of you here. Make them use clock.
17 points for Bam, 4-point lead for the Heat. Klay Thompson with a second left, tosses it up. It's short, and the Heat hang on and win. 106-102. It was exasperating and exhausting, but in the end, satisfying. The Heat win their 5th straight game. They've now won 8 of their last 10, and they improved their home court record to 8-1. It wasn't pretty, but it was gutty and gritty, and those 2 bigs had a big night. 20 points and 18 rebounds for Ware, 17 points in the game-sealing free throws for Bam. And, of course, Tyler was the hero with his 24 points. He made 12 of his last 14 shots in this game. So the Heat win it 106-102. Kelly Sacco awaiting her guest in the winner's circle. By the way, this is the fewest points the Heat have had in a victory this year. Their defense helped them. They held the Mavericks to 39% shooting tonight. And we're ready to go down to the winner's circle. Kelly with Miami's favorite hero.
Thanks so much, Eric. Tyler, you had to watch the first 17 games of this season from the bench. What was it like to be out there with your team?
It felt amazing. You know, these guys have been having a lot of fun all season, and it feels good to just be out here with them, be a part of it, be in the mix a little bit. So it was a lot of fun. Glad we got the dub.
Your first game back came down to the wire. What was it like being part of this one?
It was a lot of fun. You know, just happy we got the win. It was the second night of a back-to-back for all the other guys, and just happy we got the win. Get some rest now.
You mentioned the second night of a back-to-back. What makes you proudest of the efforts from your team in this one?
Yeah, I mean, it's a team effort. You see how much different guys can contribute, make plays, score the ball. Everyone on the defensive end making an impact. You know, on the second night of a back-to-back, that's all you can ask for, and just happy we got the win.
And you contributed with 24 points of your own. At what point in this game did you start to find your rhythm?
A little bit in the second half, second quarter, second half, around there. But I feel good. I'm happy to be back.
And we're happy to see you back. Tyler, congratulations. Go celebrate with your team.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
A big night for Tyler Hero, and it's a first game back of the season. The Heat hold off the Mavs. They extend their win streak to 5. Keep it right here on FanDuel Sports Network. We're going to break it all down coming up next.
So Miami wins it. That Tyler Hero floater was a big one. Hero and the captain Bam Adebayo sealing a narrow escape for Miami. The Heat improved their record to 12-6. The Mavericks fall to 5-14. Happy times here in the Heat's house.
Mavericks.